Look so shocked, it's nothing new.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Switch it. Come on, switch me, grip.
They'll begin the drive with Sproles. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, switch gears. He's
Sproles. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Mike 51. All day, baby, all day. 80 weapon.
Off the play fake. Jones. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
64,
They'll run it with Sproles. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, zoom. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. Grayson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, Grayson. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Check 50, check 50.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. He's going to air one out. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Watch the run. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Now.
Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
You draw forces. Jay, back up. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Big Griffin.
Jones on first down. This is caught. 11 yards there, just like last play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down now, Grayson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Titans on Ringo. Titans on. Zoom.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
You got 4 down. Switch.
Here's Haskins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. first and 10. It's Haskins. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete. It's Sproles. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Jones. He's got his man on the comebacker. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. This quarterback now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a first and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Throwing Jones. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Protein spill. Choose.
Now it's Sproles. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 35. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
51 the mic, boy. 51.
Now Jones on first and 10. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And it's caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 3 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. This time they stay on the ground. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Jones now throwing on first down toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Ready?
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got it. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little complete.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 3 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a...
He's got daylight. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
Jones throwing to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Sproles. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 42.
On 3rd down, Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Rams' 33-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Haskins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And it's third down.
90 is the mic. Boss, boss. I got you. 90 is the mic. I'm coming. Go. I'm coming.
To throw on third down, Haskins. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4.
Check. 4 down. 4. Check.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
16 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
Motion. Check. I'm coming for you.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he finds Howard, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, Grayson. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Crunch time, defense. Check Mike, Mike. Watch the out, watch that.
Haskins going to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Check Mike, we own them. We own them. Mike, it's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
30 days. 64, weak.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now Jones on 3rd down. He's going to loft one. He's got a man complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd down now, Grayson, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Grayson, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. We got tight left.
Now Haskins. Over the middle, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now it's Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Long. Johnson, the intended target. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them.
Sproles lost the football. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Touchdown, Rams. The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a handoff looking right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. .21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. Or in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And it's the Dolphins that wound up winning that one. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Now it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throw left side complete. It's Porter. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Defense, no gap. Echo.
Now Haskins on 1st down. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Haskins will throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. One final shot for Haskins. Got an open man. It's QT. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they dip to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Did it here with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many miracles burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gang saying hippies. Women like me, you know what I'm about. I'm not. Their stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard for the squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worried about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending Yale Nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, Foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points and guard.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause I like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Ay, ay.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wait, 20! Mark 53, Linda! Watch the screen! Sugar!
On play action, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans.
Brady's pass complete to Mike Evans. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. There's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Wait, 53!
Hey, eat. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch twins, Rip. Twins. Hey, Alabama.
Brady now to throw. Flush to his right. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Sponge! No!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is when we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Nice little nifty play for them there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 13. Minshew got a man. It's Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you get them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on it. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Ready to break. Blue draw quarters. You get blocked me. You get blocked me.
Draw play. Elliott. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He chalked that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Leo. Ready?
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Push him back.
At the 46-yard line.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. Brady now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Looking deep for Elliott. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Roll out. 61. Matchbox light.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 31, Minshew. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. 65.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ndamukong Suh make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Minshew sets to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get wide. Snap.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Minshew, he finds his man Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Go. Check. 5. Watch the whip.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Down. 70. Indy. Ready?
It'll be Minshew again. This will be caught at about the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Chris Godwin. Brings up 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. On second down, Minshew. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
That one good for 24 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Here's Minshew. Incomplete.
The second down pass. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's third down and 4.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Minshew. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, ball 66.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 36. Brady's throw there complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Brady escaping the pressure, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
On the ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
Ready. 60 yours. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw it, Minshew, and that's Elliott, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Buccaneers will take over at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On play action, now Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 77 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Give him 30 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They come out here in the I. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Cowboys cut into that lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Yeah, Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at about the 31. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same.
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Jones trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a play fake. Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they go from the 47 now on 1st down. This is Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Tackles. Shit. I got him. He's 3 feet now.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gay's kick is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
SOS. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And a pretty nifty hurdle there before he's brought down. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Brady on the bootleg. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Tampa Bay, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood?